Let's talk about something we all deal with, but almost never get right. Silence. Specifically, that pause in a conversation. The one that can feel like an absolute eternity. But what if I told you that moment is actually your single greatest conversational tool? You know that feeling, right? That sudden, deafening gap in the dialogue where your brain just starts screaming at you. Say something, anything, just fill the void. Yeah, that little jolt of panic, it's something pretty much all of us feel. But here's the thing. That panic is completely, totally misplaced. I mean, think about it. From the time we're kids, we're kind of conditioned to think that silence in a conversation is a bad thing. It's awkward, it's a social failure, it's a void that needs to be plugged up immediately. So what do? We rush. We just grab the first thing that pops into our head and blurt it out, just to stop the quiet. But that instinct, it makes us miss out on this incredibly powerful thing that's happening inside our own heads.
That's right. That pause, it isn't a weakness at all. In fact, it's your brain's secret weapon. So, today, we're going to flip the script. We're going to reframe that awkward little gap and turn it into a moment of pure cognitive power. In just about every single interaction we have, we're standing at a crossroads. Down one path, you've got the impulsive reaction. That's the automatic, kind of emotional, totally unfiltered thing we just blurt out. But then there's the other path, the thoughtful response. This one is considered, it's controlled, and it's 100% intentional.
So what's the difference between those two paths? What's the one thing that separates saying something you might regret from delivering a response that really has an impact? Well, it all comes down to that moment of silence. Just one single, powerful pause.
Now, there's some really cool science behind this. It's a brain function called cognitive inhibition. And no, this doesn't mean you're suppressing your thoughts or anything like that. It's actually about your brain's executive control hitting the brakes on that knee-jerk automatic reaction. It's what lets you take a step back, look at the situation, and consciously choose a smarter way forward. You can almost think of it as the CEO of your brain stepping in and taking charge of the meeting.
Okay, so if the CEO of your brain is taking over during that quiet moment, what are they actually doing up there? What does that high-level executive work really look like? Well, let's pull back the curtain, because there are 6 key signs that your silence is actually proof of a highly engaged, super active mind. And just remember this. That quiet moment, it is not empty space. Not at all. It's a beehive of activity. It's your brain's highly evolved executive functions firing on all cylinders, orchestrating a really complex, really thoughtful response. So, let's play this out. Imagine the colleague gives you some surprisingly tough feedback. Your gut reaction is to snap back, right? But instead, you pause. In that 1 second, all 6 of these things happen at once. First, your brain is processing complex information. Not just their words, but their tone, your shared history, the project's goals. Then you're instantly managing your emotional response, pushing down that first flash of defensiveness. At the same time, you're considering their perspective. Like, wait, why would they see it that way? Is there something I'm missing? Then your brain starts searching for precise language. It's sifting past "you're wrong" to find something way more constructive. And while it's doing that, it's also anticipating the consequences of different replies. And you know what? The only reason any of this is even possible is because you were actively listening to truly understand them, not just waiting for your turn to talk. That entire high-level strategic meeting, it happens in your head, all inside a single pause. Okay, so we've seen all the incredible stuff happening behind the scenes during that pause. Now for the most important question. How do we actually do it? How do we get comfortable with that silence and consciously turn it from something we're scared of into our absolute greatest strength? This right here is the one thing I really want you to take away from all of this. Let it sink in for a second. Your pause is not a weakness. It's your executive control in action. It is a visible outward sign of your advanced brain doing its job and doing it brilliantly.
So, from now on, when you feel that silence start to creep into a conversation, don't panic. Don't fight it. Don't feel that pressure to rush in and fill it with noise. Instead, I want you to lean into it, embrace it. See it as the space your brain needs to think. Use it as the powerful tool that it is, and recognize it for what it truly is, a sign of an advanced, thoughtful mind hard at work.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. The next time you find yourself in that quiet moment, that powerful pause, what are you going to build in that silence? A stronger argument? A more empathetic connection? A smarter decision? The choice, as they say, is all yours.